Hello, everybody. Well, happy Friday to you. Hope you're doing well. We are in the middle of the ocean right now. I was in the middle of a cargo run earlier, and we're continuing that as we get started here. Let's put the recent thing up, y'all. Here we go. Now we're caught up. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. We're just kind of spinning out here at sea right now. We're just dead in the water, just hanging out. We're going to get rolling, though. How is the music level compared to the game level? Let me know. Oh, yeah, we got to go that way. All right. Let's bring these things up about half power here. That'll work for me. Let's get our audio right there. Our audio was a little off, just off a little bit. All right, let's bring them up. All right, there's where we're going to operate at. That'll work for me. Stephen Wilson, hello. Hope you're doing well. Shoiler's in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Canada Northern Vince, hello. Arkin, hello. Piano Man. Absolutely. Comes out on Tuesday, so you don't have too much longer to wait. We have some good titles releasing, man. We got this one, a NASCAR 25 coming out soon. I'm just very, very excited to have some new games to play, you know? So I know I was going to... Oop. Let's not go that crazy with the power. I know I said I was going to possibly play OCRP tonight, but our host's ISP is having some issues over the last couple days, so it's not really stable. It's stable for some people, but for some people it's not. So hopefully next week things will be back to normal. But I do want to thank Spark Toast for doing that, for taking care of us. Look at this bad boy. Basking in the moonlight. Not too bad. Let's get this thing straightened out here. Let's see what the wind's doing. Off our nose to the right. Let's try to figure out how far we want. There we go. I did turn the game sound down a little bit, so maybe I need to turn that back up. About maybe right there. That'll be good. I had to turn it down for ear fatigue because, man, the droning of these engines, it does it to you after a while. So basically, we departed where we left off last time in Linchenheim, and we are going to that. I'm going to try to pronounce that, but that's where we're headed. That island out there. Sergeant Taco, what's up? How you doing? Oh, I'm just so excited for NASCAR 25. You guys have no friggin' clue. I can't wait for the release, and then I can talk about it more and stuff because, my God, we're going to have so much fun with that game. So much fun. You saw there was a new video that was released by Homestead, Miami's Speedway today. New public video there to check out. That showcased one of the AI crashing in front of the field. And you can, if you pay attention to everything you're seeing there on the screen, you will see major upgrades compared to the build that I played on. A 24 hours to stream, yeah, right. I don't think about that. I don't think about that one. Aviator Alexander, happy Friday to you, man. Alex, are you waiting for NASCAR 25 to be on on PC? Or are you gonna console it at all? Love how they had to fake it. Dude, so many people are going to eat crow when this game releases. That's how much confidence I have in it. I've played it. That's just the thing, though. I've played it. More than ready to dig into NASCAR career mode and Seafarer. Dude, I've been having a good old time with this. A good old time with Seafarer. And it's only gonna get better, you know, over time. Have to wait for PC. The only console you have is a Wii. Oh, okay. Well, when it does release on Steam, your money is no good here, sir. I don't get a lot of the pessimism. I mean it's always been that way. It's just funny. I was on the NWP podcast and we talked NASCAR 25, and I talked about things that I would like to see in the game, and I don't think it's perfect or anything. I don't get that upset about things that other people get upset about, I guess, when it comes to that. To me, I want a good racing product. I want a good racing and AI experience. And what I've raced against AI-wise, I'm more than excited for. Because you guys didn't get to see the races that I had at Charlotte and the races I had at Richmond with the trucks. That was some of the most fun I've ever had racing against AI in a racing game. Like, no joke. BNSF, who knows, man? The conspiracy. Well, the other thing is I see a lot of people kind of taking shots at their marketing. I'd say their marketing's doing pretty well, all things considered. They're on schedule with all their marketing stuff. They pretty much did exactly what most sports games do. But get this. If you go on YouTube, you see a lot of videos about NASCAR 25, right? It's a lot of word of mouth. And they've shown hours of footage, more than pretty much most devs do when they're previewing a game before its release. But it's a slippery slope, because that's the reason why devs don't like to show their games off early, because a lot of people just won't believe them when they say this is a dev build. It's not the final product. I saw they released some screenshots, the Bristol screenshots. Did you notice that the AI looked like they were running different lines than the build that I played? Sure did to me. AV, yeah, that's true. And it's prevalent within gaming. It's like every single, it doesn't matter if it's like, if you, in your opinion, you go, man, this is a really good game. Somebody out there is going to hate it. They're going to hate it. I think there's a lot of people that just, I don't know why they would spend so much of their time being negative and being part of a gaming community whenever gaming's not for them anymore, And I piss a lot of people off because I'm an optimistic person and I'm a glass half full person. Always have been. But some people don't like that. I'd love to see in the future where I can have my teammates and people able to hire my own spotter and crew chief. I don't know what happened, AV. I don't know. We're hauling out of the port we went into last night. We're halfway to this place. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's where we're going. We're 7.9 nautical miles out, and I know some people are going to ask about the fuel. We're at 77% fuel. Hull condition 74, 84 in durability. We've got plenty of parts in case we have problems with our engines, but it's been smooth sailing so far. So far, so good. I have nothing bad to say about that. Look how beautiful that is. Dat Mundo. Yeah, but Tom, to me, like what I said whenever I played it, it's a dumbed down iRacing, it feels like to me. To me, it doesn't feel like anything I've raced before. And I stand by that. Like it's not like any previous NASCAR game I've ever played. It's got heavy influence from iRacing on the physics side, but it's like more grip, you know? No, I didn't choose. Whenever this game goes into early access, we won't have ship customization in there yet, but it's on their roadmap. I mean, the conversations I had with the devs and stuff, I mean, I didn't even have my assists turned down and stuff, and they're like, no, it's a handful. Like, you're going to have to drive the car. And to me, that's all I've ever wanted out of a NASCAR game. But I mean, dude, it blows NASCAR Heat 5 out of the water. I mean, it blows it out of the water. It's not even comparable. That's why I literally laugh when I see people call it Heat 6. Like, dude, the only thing Heat in that game is their AI, which is extremely evolved from what it used to be. 1, but 2, the menu customization is like a Heat game. I get that, but no. No, it's not even. It doesn't have the feel. It doesn't have the flavor. It doesn't. That's just one of the dumbest takes I think I've ever seen. I will say that. I know. If this showed the radar showed storms, that'd be really, really cool. Although it's pretty nice seas out here tonight. This isn't that bad. The dev team is it's a mix. You know, it's iRacing and Monster games together. It's on a different engine. Yeah, it's on the Unreal Engine. Which, you know what that means? If you have an Unreal Engine game and it comes out on Steam, you can use UEVR, play it in VR. You can. Well, you can play any Unreal Engine game in VR. I played the Taxi Simulator in VR. That was fun. Yeah, the comparison BNSF, it's funny. And the thing is I've really kind of just been quiet about it because, like, I mean, you're going to find out. Whenever the game comes out and people play it, they're going to go, okay, now I understand what you were talking about. Because people can call me a shill all they want. I have thick skin. It's nothing new to me. I just found it very funny that when you're objective, and I mean, I'm sorry I didn't have a bad time playing the game. You know what I mean? iRacer Aaron, I would be happy if that were the case. No, I mean, kidding. The thing is I've got countless ridiculous amount of hours in iRacing. It's a 50-50 on the fun factor for me sometimes. A lot of times you're just kind of like, all right, I'm not very good at this track, or, you know, there's always somebody that's an alien in your split, but the racecraft isn't great, you know? Sometimes the AI can race you better than live people can. Mathos, what's up? Spent 15 years as a seafarer. Well, look at that. Well, we are out on the open ocean right now, my friend. Let me show you our vessel here. We might be off a little off course here in a minute, but check it out. Got this beauty. And that's something. Looking for that island. We're going to be coming up on that island soon. Slightly off course, not bad at all. Let's turn our lights on here so you can see. There you go. There's our cargo ship. And the sun is coming up. Yep, before you know it. Let's get back on course a little bit more. Texas Country Boy, I'm doing just fine. How you doing? Good to see you. As long as I have the ability to adjust the FOV and remove the wheel visual. FOV you can't change. You have those two view options. But you can turn the wheel off, yes. I love how people say you're paid to say things. That's the dumbest thing I've heard. Yeah, most people have no idea how that whole space works. I've never been paid by any of these racing studio, like any of the NASCAR games I've ever gone and covered. I've never been paid. Never been paid to do it. Now, like, if we go to an experience, say like they're hosting us in Charlotte or something, they'll pay for your air travel and hotel and your accommodations. If they're doing an activation or something in person, yes. I mean, I don't have to pay out of pocket to fly to go to an activation of their game. That's pretty standard, but you're not under a contract and NDA. I didn't sign an NDA. And I didn't get paid. So, I don't know what that's about. But it's just funny. When iRacing stopped feeling like a game and more like a job, I wasn't having fun. Yeah, that was 2016 for me when I did the championship. NIS. We finished second in the championship. Never got the win, but it is what it is. This game comes very close to what actually happens on ships. Well, there's some other seafarers that said that it's nothing like it, but the thing is they have to make it accessible, you know what I mean? If the ships were extremely hard for people to control, I don't think they would have a lot of fun with them, so I get that. Why do you want to play Ship Sim? I like Ship Sim. I need something chill tonight. I've had a migraine all day today. It's been just one of those days where you have a migraine and it just will not go away. And I also explained that we can't play, well, I mean, we could play OCRP, but it's not very stable right now because of our host's internet service providers having issues. Not my point. My point is that it's just not going to race like iRacing just because of this. Some of the devs are the same, the names on the games being the same. I don't think that World of Outlaws racing, like, yeah, exactly, Tom. Yep, requires good internet. That's true. Yep, have a coffee pot in the back. It's a beautiful looking game, right? It really is. I mean, look at that sunrise there. Stephen Wilson, have a good night. Geeking out on it. Trent, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Jeff, just a quick OCRP question. Has Coast Guard been removed? No. Heard somewhere that Coast Guard was removed due to P&OP. No. Just more proof that people talk out of their ass. OP. That's funny. Oh, we'll be playing Battlefield 6. Yes, absolutely. I can't wait for the campaign. That's going to be a lot of fun. That comes out soon, too. And they leave a list of talking points under the pillow in your hotel room. I wish they did. That'd be nice to have like a heads up. That wouldn't be bad if somebody left talking points of like things, because otherwise you have to remember to ask questions and all that. We are kind of, I guess, North Sea. We're in Northern Europe, so it's kind of based off like the Northern Europe, Baltic Sea area. It's fictional. AV, I appreciate you. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Love the ship videos. Cannot wait for NASCAR 25. Absolutely, Joel. I can't wait to do some lobbies with y'all. That's going to be fun. Oh, thank you, Chad. No problem. Farming Sim Best, thank you for the 4 months. Glad you enjoy the streams. Thank you. This is Seafarer 1 enchant. It comes out on Tuesday. On Tuesday. Random Reynolds, what's up? How you doing? I will not be attending. New PC for me for Battlefield 6. Current PC is no bueno. Ben Wilkes. No bueno. Ooh, we have land ho yet? Nope, not yet. And some people have been getting like flame for, you know, pre-ordering NASCAR 25. The thing is nobody is forcing anybody to do anything or, you know, to pre-order. And why would you pre-order? Well, it has the benefit of, you know, you have the addition of getting the game early. And that's pretty much what every single title ever. It's the reason why most people pre-order is for early access to a game. It's the reason why game studios do it, so they can drive revenue early, guarantee sales, and then they give you the game early in return, and then a bunch of bonuses. It's always been that way. So I mean, I don't know why there's such a huge debate with that. If a company put a game out and gave you no incentive to pre-order, or like there was nothing you got for pre-ordering, I mean, I pre-ordered the Ignite, firefighting Ignite, so I could get the dog. Something stupid, but that's what I did. Deva Sniper, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing well. Hoping this second round of ibuprofen will kick in and help my migraine. I've had a migraine all day today. All day. What a beautiful day to be sailing. No passenger ships in the game yet. It's just this cargo one. Then we have tugboats and then police boats and then fire boats. There's other factions, but this is my favorite faction so far. You knew this was what I would do if I played this game. I know some people like doing all the firefighting stuff and all that. I have a video of that coming out soon. Oh, there's that other island over there on the left. So we're getting close. We have to shoot the gap between the two. And looking at our fuel, we're at 64%, so we're fine on fuel. Like, we get great gas mileage now with this ship being a level 3, and then also by running these at like 75, 80% power. Takes longer to get there, but it's better fuel mileage. We have learned these things over the course of a week. Let's point this thing in the right direction. A little more left. There we go. Let's not mention the fiasco of Mind's Eye. Man. Well, I didn't pre-order that one, but yeah, we played it here on the channel. It was something. Yep, and less wear on our engines as well. Dog was more than worth it. I'm buying the gold edition when it comes to PC. I want to see all the fire suits and other stuff that comes with it. Oh yeah. Yeah, and a lot of people are into paint schemes. I'm not like super crazy about paint schemes in a NASCAR game. I never have been. Hovercrafts, that'd be something cool to add. Be different. Tina Iceberg, stay clear. Or that doesn't end well. Thank you, Man50, for the heads up. Rai, thank you for the raid. Hello. Should take Excedrin migraine. Works for me. I take 4 and gone in 30 minutes. 4 of those damn things? Wow. Yeah, I don't have any of that in the house. I didn't. The thing is, I might get like a migraine once a month, you know? There's land right in front of us. Okay. So we're gonna have to go around the left. Gonna point it right in this direction, right under that cloud right there. I'm sure this game will make it to console after its release. It's going into early access on the 7th, so they don't release early access games like this usually on console. Usually not normal practice. You're wondering where your dog was in Ignite? Yeah, it's a pre-order bonus. Got you to put this one on your wish list. Nice. Yeah, this one's fun. This went to a neurologist and putting me on monthly injections for migraines. Ooh, Ralphie. Does the compass work? I would say it does. There's Southwest right there. Yep, it works fine. You see it swinging around there? Sure does. What's that sound? You hear that? Thought it was our engines for a second there. Is that our engines making that racket? You hear that? No, they're smooth. I was wondering what that sound was. Yeah, we'll sail right around the tip of that. And that is the village. Right back there. To the right. Be pretty much right about here. Right northeast. Northeast is perfect for us to sail. Music's too loud? Well, nobody told me that. I asked that earlier if it was. Turn it down. I got you, Kenneth. Yeah, bigger ships are gonna be cool. I really want to operate that the big Willie. That's what I want to operate. Yeah, it's not rattling itself apart. It's doing well. Open siege. Music was fine. All right, I'll turn it up a little bit more for you then. There we go. Sail right out this direction right there. There is time compression, yep. If you want to do that. I don't have interest in it. I like the journey to get there, you know? Have our lights outside on. There is a waypoint type autopilot, but you have to have a crew member to do it. and ours is low, and they burn a lot more fuel than I would if I was operating it. Waves. All right, we're gonna be a little off course here because we were walking around, but that's all right. Hoping there's rivals. I don't believe there's rivals. I did not see a rival system. But one thing I did see the AI do is that if you rough them up, they would swing back at you. I did like that. Echo sounder's looking good. West Cook, we've been playing this for the last few days. This comes out on Tuesday. You could do some RP, yep. Especially if you had multiplayer, which when multiplayer comes out on this is going to be a lot of fun to do that with. So the crew commands you get is you can have them anchor, drop. They can also bring it up. Assign them a task so that they will follow the course that you plot, and then they can check the engine. All done. Engine check was good. Apparently there's nothing wrong with it. Want to see the big waves? Well, we've encountered them. We've gone through some storms, and they are massive waves. If you here on this channel, this very channel, 5N Alive, if you check out yesterday's video in the very beginning of the stream, we encountered a massive storm. That's something you want to check out. There's no ships coming in and out. They're all over here, so we don't have anybody to worry about. Oh, here's that song again. Every freaking time, dude. Wouldn't be a stream with the funk playlist if we didn't get that song. Yeah, I don't think they can say that. Purpose of the echo sounder? The echo sounder is basically telling us where the seafloor is. And you can see it's not painting on the bottom there, so that means we're good. It's so you don't run aground in the shallows. And then this here is our radar. It's picking up the land there. But look at this. Look how much better we're doing on fuel now. We're at 52%. And we've traveled about 15 nautical miles. David Allison, what's up? How you doing? Tom H2112, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the cheer there. Apparently I have bits lying around. Thanks for streaming even though you're late and feeling the best. You're very welcome. Yep, you can see the seafloor now. See how it's painting at the very bottom? As we get closer to shallow water, you can see how it goes up like that. That's when you know you're getting too close. And we have to go around it. Don't want to run aground. You can zoom in too if you want to see just how close you get. Oh, we're getting real close. Okay, that's shallow. This is really shallow through here. There's that trench right there. We'll go around it. All right, we're in the clear now. We're going around it. Oh, I was supposed to say aren't. I got you. No problem. Venom, I'll be playing on the PS5. The PS5. Got really shallow over there really fast. Now we're back in the deep. Yes, we'll play Battlefield 6 when it releases. Absolutely. We'll be playing the campaign here on stream, actually. One big feature I like in NASCAR 25 is the announcers in the grandstand talking. Yeah, it just gives you that feeling of being there at the track, you know? Hey, Cheap Exy, how you doing? Almost exhausted our fuel reserves, so we're going to be dipping into those, no problem on the way in. Use just one engine when cruising. I guess you could. I guess you could shut these off and just use the front one. But man, look how much slower we're going to go if you do. Let's see how fast we can actually go with just the front. If anything, you would want to do the opposite. See, we're only doing 8 knots with that. So let's reset these. Bring our engines up. So let's just go just the rears, right? So we'll just go this guy. Just turn him off completely in the front. And then just operate these. I mean, that's another way you could save fuel. See what speed we get out of just the rears. I think it's going to be about 11 knots. No, it looks like it's going to be about 10.5 knots, so it's not very good either. But it saves us fuel. It does do that. Much straight shot now. But do you save at the pump? Isn't that Joey Logano's commercial? Do you save at the pump? You know, Steel Belts is a good question. I don't know. I don't think that I have seen a change in the fuel prices from port to port, but that would be a cool addition. But just the front one, Trent, we already did it. We ran it about, what, 8, not even 8 knots, less than that. But just operating the rears, you're not getting a whole lot of speed. We're getting about 9.8 knots, almost 10 knots, you know? But look at the difference of how much water we're churning out of the back on the wake with the middle one turned off, which the front one's in the front, I believe, underneath. Yeah, it's at the bow of the ship. That's how these azipods work. Still working on my World of Outlaws game career. I use your logo for my cars. Well, that's cool, Venom. It was a true honor to be put into that game as a back marker. I've heard my AI can be a handful to deal with sometimes. I find that kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, we're doing about 9.8 knots with just the rear at 75% power. It looks like it's actually helping with fuel mileage, though, from what I can see. Because we're at 48% right now. And they said we were going to be dipping into our reserves, and we haven't. So this is a great fuel saver. I mean, you're going 5 knots slower, but hey, that's not that bad. I race tough. A very sandy beach over there. Look at that. That's unfinished. I don't think it's supposed to look like that. That looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Here's the port right there. That's where we're going. Was I in the SRX game? I don't think so. I attempted to do that earlier, Kevin. It did not seem to do what you would think it would do. Like it's not like a side thruster. Because of the way, it's probably because of the way the bow is shaped. I'm not sure why it does what it does, but it doesn't seem to do that. I had somebody do a whole detailed breakdown on my stream last night in the comments about it. I had to study up on it, and I tried it today, and I'm not very good at it, what they were trying to explain. But I think I turned it 90 degrees in the front, and I shouldn't have. I think they said to do it at an angle. The front one goes at the angle, and then your rears go to the right to push off the dock. So we'll try that. Game runs pretty smooth with me, yes. I haven't had any performance issues. The only performance issues I've seen with this game was the intro mission. The very, very, very intro mission whenever you're like leaving the bridge to go down and meet Teddy. It was a little performance heavy there. I've only had 2 crashes. Again, this is an early build, too. I'm not on the release client y'all will be on. I turned the voices off so we don't have to listen to them talk anymore, and it's great. My favorite career so far, Jenner, has got to be this. I really like moving cargo. It's the most satisfying, I would say. Firefighting for me was frustrating, which you will see that on Sunday. I have 64 gigs of DDR5, so I really don't know how much RAM it's using right now. We could look. see. Performance, memory. I'm using half of 64, so 30.6 gigs of my 64. So it does use some memory. That is for certain. You can turn the engine off with X. I did not know that. I have the game turned down a little bit because of ear fatigue. Like over the course of, you know, playing this for a while, it gets loud. It drones. I've come off of long sails and took my headphones off and my ears were ringing, so that's why I turned it down. So we're going straight into this dock here. Well, that'll be easy to do. Well, there's plenty of room to maneuver in here. All right, let's zero these things out. Let's use all of them for better maneuverability. Yay, we got 350 XP for that, for discovering this port. Very nice. Swing this sucker around the port here. For this approach. Have my wings so I can see what I'm doing. Oh yeah, we're fine on that. Perfect. Let's kick it this way. Oh, we have a storm moving in. That's fun. Look pretty good here. Yeah, we'll be just fine. Probably one of our best dockings we've done in a minute. Getting better at it. But undocking, that's a whole different situation. Let's throw the lines. Beautiful. More to go. Where are they at? There we go. I realized there were lights in here the whole time. I didn't know that there were, but there were. Dust flying out. It's pretty cool. I agree. Did it. Hell yeah. So another thing I did today, I did pay back some of the loan, by the way, if you were following along. So we just were up there. Let's have a look-see. We can run to Drachdelen. Never been there before. Let's do some maintenance before we send some money to the bank. So fuel up here. Hull condition up. Durability is up. We have plenty of parts. We haven't had to use pretty much any of these. So let's top these off to 10. crew, we're going to just still roll with what we got here. Bank, still paying this back, but I have it down to 9,480. 9,480 on the payment. So I'll give them another 2 grand. I'm trying to pay this thing off as quick as I can. Now I only owe them 6,880. So we're getting there. We are getting there. So, Drachdelen, where the hell's that at? Over here? Yep, so that's a quick pop over there we're gonna do. We just need to find out where they want us to go. Oh, we don't even have to move the ship. We're just loading right here. I love that. That's amazing. Literally gonna put these pretty much where the other ones were. Yeah, they have Lloyd. I'll show you the shipping containers in a minute. Transport Floyd, Crescent Port, Logistics, Hapag Lloyd, that's a real one. Heavy something up there. Business. CTG, which is Cosmo Transglobal. Some more Hapag Lloyd there. Ocean Freightway. Short distance today. There's no like outside controller support besides like a Xbox controller yet, but they said they planned on doing it, so that'll be cool. That'll be cool to see. All right, how are we on fuel again? Make sure we haven't been using any. We're sitting here at 100, looking good. Let's go down to the engine room and just do a manual check ourselves before we set sail. Our crew member does basically nothing when it comes to that. Zach Ferrier, doing just fine. How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, how you doing? Good. We've been taking care of these engines, so that's helping us out a lot. You notice how we're not burning near as much oil and crap as we were before. Very different. Looks pretty good. And now we're sailing. Hi, I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
And up we go. All right, ship is in great shape. 9.8 nautical miles where we got to go. Let's take steering here. We're going to row the lines. There we go. Time to move. So let's try a little something here. I'm going to go forward one to the left like that. The rear ones, we're going to just turn those all the way to the side like this. Let's see if we can push off the dock this way. Let's see what this does. Looks like it brings the bow towards us, doesn't it? Maybe like this. Will that do it? Nope. Nah. We're just gonna go straight out and then make our left turn. Looking good. And we are clear off the back. Leaving port. Yeah, I agree, Kenneth. I think they're going to probably address that before too long, I would imagine. All right, let's bring these things up. Saying goodbye to port. Goodbye. It's been fun. JP Allen, what's up? How you doing? We're gonna cut across and then go up the shipping lane. Not pretty much this. We're probably gonna just go straight at it and then go up the side. We're gonna find just what we can do to maintain our heading current the way it is. We got 20 meters per second of wind out there, so she's a little windy. Just a little windy out here. Look at those swells. Cupboard gifting memberships. Thank you very much. Gifted one to Imai and they gave one to Kenneth. Thank you, Cupboard. If you got one from Cupboard, be sure to say thank you. That was very kind of you. Thank you so much for the love. Thanks for the love. Oh, Emmy. Gotcha. Oh, I thought you were EMI, the label. Well, welcome on in, Emmy. Should they add warships? No. No need for that. This is a commercial ship sim, you know? Man, look at some of these swells we're hitting here. These are some big waves, man. I don't think they have pre-orders for this game. They wouldn't do a pre-order for early access, you know what I mean? It's an early access game. Got some white caps on these waves here. Yeah, we're hitting some big ones. Look at these. The size of those things. This is the map here. So everything that's in red is going to be to come, including all of this up here. We haven't even gotten, like, there's another port here, another port here. It's just not in the game yet. But it's gonna be it's a pretty big map. Like, to go from down here all the way up to here is gonna take like friggin' 4 hours, dude. Probably more than that. It's a big map. Yeah, the next update that they will push will have 3 new ships, and one of those is a large container ship, LNG. So on the Steam page, you can see the roadmap. Our searchlight on. Searchlight. Doesn't do a whole lot when you're out here in the middle of nowhere. It's nice to think it does. I'll tend to skip the cruise. So if you were to go into the map and you did, you planned your waypoints like this, you see how you can hit F to fast travel? So you can fast travel, but I don't want to do that. I like operating the ship. All right, we're zigzagging a lot. We need to get this thing in a nice straight line here so we're not wasting too much fuel and an idiot. Chill, you have to wait till the 7th on Tuesday when it comes out. I just have an early preview of it. It's not the final product here. This is just a preview build that they sent me to play and show y'all. The thing is, H Floss, what's up? How you doing? The thing is how many streams have we done of this? This is the 3rd. I think we're pretty good at understanding the best way to operate these ships. So, like, for this vessel, we run this thing at about 75, 80% power, and we get the best gas mileage we can. We'll bring it back a little bit here. Right around 14 knots or so is what we aim for. And then we upgraded the ship to a level, 3 on this one here? Yeah, we're level 3 now. The next price will be 13,500 to level up to a level 4. So now you can see our fuel consumption is now at 61.2 instead of the ridiculous 66 it used to be. And every little bit counts with that. So one thing I also learned is that by operating your ship at like 75, 80% on power during your cruise, and remember, you can always shut the front as a pot off as well. But one thing we have found is that significantly reduces wear and tear on your engines. We haven't had a single issue with the ship ever since we did that. So let's go ahead. Somebody wants to see the ship? Yeah, I can show you around the ship. We'll just set a couple waypoints here. We're gonna burn a little bit of fuel to do this, but we'll just have them go out to like here. And then we just go like this. Crew and assign task. They're gonna run it at 100% though. But you know what? That's okay. We'll run it at 100 for a little bit just so I can show you the ship. You wanna see it? Go down below. And just see how much it sways and rocks when you're down below. So this is the I believe these are the fuel tanks here. The fuel tanks and then the engines. We have twin turbo diesel engines here. And then we have a workroom back here with a workbench, which is not usable yet. I don't know what they plan to do with that, but that'll be really cool when they do. But you can check the air filter, you can check the oil, air filter, check the oil. In here we can see what the engine temps are doing. Are good. Filters are good. And then we're gonna head upstairs. Nothing else to see in here. Just another little spot over there of things. You can't go in that room. You can't go in that room. I can show you the quarters. This is the main deck here that has all our cargo on board. Nice view of the ocean out there. We're on a tight ship here. And then up here, got the mess here where you can have food and all that. You see the ocean out there. There's the clock where you can skip time if you'd like. I don't think we can use the water cooler. No. Then we have a microwave and what looks to be a fridge, a trash can and stuff. And then we have the captain's quarters here. The laptop and TV and all that, and a bed. And a cabinet and a porthole as well. We'll go upstairs to the main bridge. And they're working on that. But you have the map back here. Got the coffee pot. You can just, for funsies, hit it. Come on. And that's pretty much the entire ship. This is your, you have another radar here, map here, more instruments that don't always do anything. So let's go ahead and we're going to take back control. So end the task. We've got it from here. Let's bring them back up. We'll operate them here. I don't need, there's those big old shipping. Yep, look at that line of ships right there. Wow. Inner lights off. You can see them right out there in a line. And they'll pop up on the radar as well. We can only have one distance currently right now, but because I haven't upgraded my radar, it's a pretty crappy radar. We need to upgrade that. We're not going to slot in with these guys. We're going to go past them, basically. So let's go in here. We'll remove that. There we go. And that's a tour of the Herbert. Corbin, Joe, what's up? How you doing? One thing they definitely need to do is get these AI ships in better shape, because that looks ridiculous how close they are all together there. They need to be spread out a lot more, you know? They look like they're on a road course. There's a sailboat in between them. There's another one out there. Like, it's cool to have AI, but we need the AI to, like, you know, make a little more sense than it does. lots of ships coming out of that port. This is a busy port. Yeah, restricted plate racing out here. No kidding, Navy. That 20 meters per second of wind behind us. We're doing 16 knots at 75, 80, about 80% on our engines. We're making great time. Big white caps. Look at those. Look at that view right there. Should be able to slot in between this group here off our nose. Sailboat, a couple boats behind the big ones there. We're gonna shoot right in between these guys. Actually, we'll just probably stay to the left of these ones departing. No, I think we're gonna be fine. We're gonna shoot the gap. You think we can shoot the gap between that last little boat and the sailboat? I think we can do it. The lights on cause more wear? No, you can see better at night when you have them off. You know, having the interior lights on while you're operating. Yeah, I don't know. I like them off inside the cab. No boats can sink so far that I know of. There's a Coast Guard defender right there on the back, but yeah, look, everybody's just in a line. It's kind of crazy looking. It's gonna be close with this sailboat. Oh yeah, we got closing rate on him. No problem. We got it. Cross our wake. It's almost like we know what we're doing. No sailboats were harmed in the making of this stream. It's a village, I believe. Yep, it's a village. Heading of about 320 or so right here. That's pretty good right there. Example 99. Thank you for the subscription on Twitch. Appreciate you. Welcome on in. Welcome to Stream Family. Kevin, I already did a video on the police boat stuff on my YouTube channel, my main channel. Just my name, jfavignano. I assume you already know this, though. And then Sunday, I have a video going out on the fireboat. Excavation Nation, what's up? How you doing? I'm always looking for whales. I don't see any. Oh, there's some more traffic up there. Heading 300 should work for now. Some honks for you. Chat example says your YouTube videos brought me back to GTA 5 after many, many years. Well, that's cool. Well, I'm glad you enjoy them. Line of ships because shipping line. It's an early build, so I mean, I hope that they have the. I'm sure they have the AI fixed by now. Let's hope they do. Because right now they're just clumped together. I agree, Paxton. It's beautiful, a lot of fun. Liking it. Never been to this port before, so we get even more XP for this run. To Drakdalan. Have a good night, AV. No, sorry, it was Scott. Thank you, Scott. We'll see you soon, man. Have a good night. .7 nautical miles. This game's very photogenic. I wish we had a photo mode. That would be really cool too. It's such a pretty game, you know, you can get some awesome pictures with a photo mode. calm seas. Oh, it will be unloading during the day. Well, it'll be in the morning. What's up, Griffin? Good evening to you. Playing Seafarer. It's the ship sim that comes out on Tuesday. We're not hitting an iceberg. And it is beautiful, this game. Byron Bond, yes, we have figured out the whole fuel situation. So basically, we were just running our engines too hard. If we run them at like this, like right here, about, you know, 75, 80%, not only do we save a ton of fuel, but we also don't have the engines breaking down on us constantly, which is really nice. So that's pretty cool that they do that. So if you run it hard, you're going to face the consequences of that. So, I mean, we're moving at 15.5 knots, which is pretty decent for this size vessel. And we're only a level 3 of the ship, and it can go up to 5. So remember, before we were getting, what, 66 liters per hour, 65 or whatever it was, and now we're down to 61.2 liters per hour. That's not that bad. So excited for this. It looks absolutely amazing. Yeah, it does. We've got this, and we got NASCAR 25 coming out, man. Then we got Battlefield 6. We're gonna be gaming pretty darn good for a little while, holding us all over until GTA 6 comes around. But I'm gonna do more Outbreak. We'll do more Outbreak soon, Paxton. You get up while moving? Yes, you can. We just need to start our turn before we do that. We have to navigate first. Pretty good right there. Yep. Get up and walk around. You can assign a crew member. You can make a plot a route. You can have a crew member operate the boat for you. But they're terrible with their amount. They run the engines at 100% all the time, and they burn your fuel up and they smoke your engines out, basically. Oh, rolling into some fog here. Got a vessel right off our nose on the right. Keep an eye out for them. Yeah, it's getting a little foggy out here. It's gonna start raining. All right, we need to make another turn. Yeah, these ships have weight, and it takes a lot to move them around. You have to be really, really patient with the controls. And you can, you know, operate each azipod as 3 at once, but you can hold the left bumper. You can just control the front azipod, and then you can hold the right bumper, and you can control the rear azipods. So yes. All right, let's our next turn this way. We need to pass this guy on his left. On his port side. I'm using a Thrustmaster eSwap Pro, just basically like an Xbox controller. Sun will be coming up. 6 in the morning. It's just rainy. Yep, sun's coming up over there. There's so much traffic in this port, it's going to be ridiculous. Yes, we can turn on cab lights if we want. We also have a searchlight out there we can use. I don't like to operate my cab lights whenever I'm running at night. See better. Well, he is coming right at us, ain't he? Stay to the right of him. Those are AI. AI vessels. Let's see. Fishing vessel, it looks like. Fishing boat. We're on a perfect trajectory right now. Might be a tugboat, actually. It's a tugboat. It's Theodore tugboat. Some rocks over here on our right. We're gonna be careful with that. That's not in the game yet, Sean. They have a roadmap on the Steam page if you want to check out what's going to be coming down the road. That is a lot of land right there. This is a narrow port. Watching our echo sounder. We're fine on depth. Oh, I won't beach myself. I haven't beached a single vessel yet. If it happens, it'll happen during stream when I'm reading chat or something one day. Or we're up walking around because everybody wants us to walk around and see the ship constantly, or look at the outside view and see the ship. Like these views. We're going to end up hitting something one day. It'll happen. T-Gug, thank you for the gifted subscription, Nick Henry. Also, thank you, Griffin, for 43 months. All the ships in this. This is a huge village. This is a huge port. The giant bridge right there. Going in over here. Are they even moving? Houseboat and stuff? They might just be parked up. Look how much better we did on fuel, man. We've done really good on fuel mileage. We didn't even have to shut the front one off today. We're just rolling in this way. Interesting to have a challenge mode as a harbor pilot with increasingly difficult ports and conditions. Well, I can tell you that there's a couple ports the port we visited, the one we just departed earlier down here. Not this one, this one. That one there, that is tiny. That was a challenge to get in and out of there. We're entering the port. XP. Welcome to Drach Dylan. Man, that yacht's gonna run that tugboat over. Nope, he went behind him. There's the houseboat. I see it. Nice. Going all the way to the back. All right. That one there. Which way he's going? Okay, they're going in. We'll follow them. My wife and I have been watching for 54 months. That's a very long time. Well, hello to you and your wife. No, I don't go to TwitchCon, man. EgoFest 2025. How many followers do you have? What? I went to PAX and I was, I'm a Twitch partner. I've been a Twitch partner since what, 2016? When we did this for real on the streaming side. And I went to PAX one time and they had like a Twitch booth that you can walk in, have a Red Bull. That was it. I walked in there and then like they were like, are you a partner? It's like, yes. Like, okay. And then there were people who are like, how many followers do you have? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. No, it's EgoCon 2025. PAX was a lot of fun. I got to meet a lot of people that, you know, watch the channel and stuff, and I got to check out some cool new stuff. And that's where I met Frostmaster for the first time and had a good conversation with them and started our relationship. Derek Fisher, it's a shipping sim, so basically we're shipping all this cargo. We left one port and now we're moving into another port. But now I really enjoy going to like Flight Sim Expo and meeting a lot of people there and hanging out. It's more my style, speed. So I will be at Flight Sim Expo in Minneapolis this next year. I'm glad I went to the one in Providence. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was. Bridge. Isn't that beautiful? Make sure we don't hit it. There we go. Pretty darn cool. Tugboat coming out of there. People up there walking on the bridge. Nice. That's a cool thing. Those will be easy to swing in right there. Shouldn't be a bad approach today at all. Cool little marina up here on the right. The dock there, a dock there. Lots of docks in here. What a dock. A Ferris wheel. And it's moving. Nice. Industrial area over there. This is a neat port, man. First time coming here. nice yachts there. That's a massive yacht. Massive. They have inclement weather. They have storms, and they are crazy. They're awesome. If you want to see what that looks like, my video, my VOD on this channel that you're watching on, that went out yesterday. In the very beginning of that stream, we went through a storm, and it was wild. If you want to check that out. And also on my first look at this game on my main channel, oh boy, it's going to be foggy coming in here. This is going to be a little more tricky now. Barely see the lighthouse. Yeah, it went down to nothing real quick. Planet actions come down here. At the end of this, right when we're getting to basically here, we start the left turn. Or it opens up. It's an optical illusion, though, with that the waves going to the right there. It makes us look like we're constantly turning left when we're going straight. Docking can be a little tricky. Then we're going to the middle one. It looks like to me. Yep. Looking good, looking good. I'm not running a timer. We're just hitting the blast once in a while. That's a pretty good dock. I think we did pretty good on that one. So the lines, we're good. Wonderful. Yeah, using this crane is pretty cool. A little touchy on the controls though. Can't pick it back up. What the hell? Uh-oh. No way. I was about to say. I was about to say. Woohoo! 2700, 180 XP. Very nice. Siren Whisperer. We're level 7 now. Wind blowing that rope around. It's foggy out here. Engine stop doesn't do anything. E maybe? Nope. I don't think you can stop the engine. Honestly. All right, let's look at our loan here. We got 9,000. We owe 6. We need to pay. We need to take care of the ship first, though. Refuel it. Hull. Durability. We haven't used any of the resources. We've been taking care of those engines. Like, what a difference that makes. We can pay our loan off, and we're out of the hole. I can't believe it. What? Oh. We owe $280 left on the loan. It's not so bad. That's not so bad at all. I finally climbed out of the hole. X key? No. Paid off. In full. What a beautiful time that was. Not bad at all. All right, folks, I'm going to call it there. 2 hours and 19 minutes of sailing. We came, we saw, we did a lot. We're getting out of the hole. Going to be moving into the green now. And I'll be able to get, yeah, it feels good getting out of the hole. Because, my God, dude, the amount of SOS calls I had of broken down engine and not enough fuel to make it places. But I think that's a really cool thing. Is that if you take care of the engines, it'll take care of you. I find that really cool. Yeah, absolutely, Griff. But that's going to do it for me tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out. Enjoy your weekend. Might see ya. Who knows? If not, I'll see you on Monday or Tuesday or whenever. Soon. Thank you all so much for all the love and support. Thank you for everybody that subscribed and resubscribed. The gifted subscriptions, the cheers. Thank you. I'll see you soon. And just like that, the fog had cleared up. Isn't that beautiful? I think it is.